Making chores feel fair. Tiny habits to reduce. Why me? Every parent has been there. You ask your child to do a simple chore, something that's part of keeping the household running, and the immediate response is that familiar groan. Why me? It's always my job. That's not fair. Suddenly, a seemingly small request escalates into an argument, leaving you feeling frustrated, exhausted, and wondering if you're doing something wrong. You just want your kids to help out without a battle, to understand that everyone contributes to the family. It's easy to feel like your child is being defiant or lazy in these moments. But what if there's a deeper need underneath that? Why me? It's often a cry for understanding, a desire for predictability, and a developing sense of justice. Our children, especially as their brains are rapidly forming in those crucial early years, thrive on emotional safety and consistency. When something feels unfair or arbitrary, it can trigger a sense of insecurity or frustration, not because they're trying to be difficult, but because their developing minds are striving for order and equity in their world. Today, we're going to gently unpack this challenge. We'll look at chores not as battles to be won, but as profound opportunities to teach responsibility, build connection, and foster a sense of belonging. By the end of this conversation, you'll have simple, practical strategies to transform chore time conflicts into moments of cooperation, reducing those "why me" complaints and cultivating a calmer, more collaborative home environment. Imagine a household where contributions feel balanced and predictable, where your children genuinely understand and embrace their role in the family team. That's the piece we're aiming for, and it's more achievable than you might think. If this idea of making chores feel fairer and reducing the daily struggle is already resonating with you, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Wise Parent for more supportive insights, and tell me in the comments how old your child is. Your engagement helps us reach more parents who are navigating these everyday challenges. When we talk about chores, we're not just talking about tasks like cleaning up toys or setting the table. We're talking about building crucial life skills, fostering a sense of contribution, and shaping your child's understanding of their place in the family and the world. From the moment they are born, parents are truly brain architects. Every interaction, every routine, every shared experience builds the neural pathways that determine how your child perceives fairness, how they handle responsibility, and how they contribute to a collective. If chores consistently feel like a punishment or an unfair burden, it can unknowingly plant seeds of resentment and disconnection. Our goal, then, is to shift that perception from burden to contribution, from mine to ours. Let's begin by understanding fairness from a child's perspective. For an adult, fair often means equal. But for a child, especially a younger one, fair can mean what I want or what feels easiest for me right now. Their brains are still developing the capacity for abstract thought, long-term planning, and empathy, the ability to truly step into someone else's shoes. So, when they say it's not fair, they might genuinely feel an injustice, even if their definition of justice differs from ours. This is where emotional intelligence comes in. Instead of dismissing their complaint, we can start by validating their feeling. I hear you saying it feels unfair to you right now. Can you tell me more about that feeling? This doesn't mean you're excusing them from the chore. It means you're creating a space where their emotions are acknowledged and understood. Emotional safety is always paramount. When children feel heard, even if the answer is still yes, you need to do this chore, they are far more likely to cooperate than if their feelings are simply shut down. This co-regulation, helping them process their feelings, builds a secure attachment and strengthens your bond, which is the foundation for all learning and behavior. Now, let's turn to some practical tiny habits that can help you create a system where chores feel genuinely fairer and more predictable for everyone. This isn't about grand overhauls. It's about small, consistent shifts that build trust and reduce conflict over time. Our first strategy is implementing *** rotating chore charts, or systems. ***. The core problem with why me is often the feeling that a particular chore is always times their job. A rotating system visibly demonstrates that responsibilities shift over time. This isn't just about variety, it's about visible equity. Imagine a simple chart, perhaps with pictures for younger children, that shows different household tasks and whose turn it is this week or day. For example, perhaps one child is responsible for setting the table this week, and next week, they switch with a sibling who is responsible for clearing it. Or, if you only have one child, perhaps one week their main contribution is helping with laundry, and the next week it's tidying their play area and emptying small trash cans. The key is that the rotation is visible and agreed upon. You can sit down together as a family to create this chart. Let your children participate in deciding which chores go into the rotation and how often they switch. This sense of agency, of having a voice in the process, is incredibly empowering and reduces resistance. It fosters their confidence by showing them you trust their input. Remember, connection over control. When children feel like they have a say, even within boundaries, they are far more invested. This also helps them learn a variety of skills, rather than being pigeonholed into just one task. The next powerful habit is fostering *** shared tasks. ***, not every chore needs to be assigned individually. Many household responsibilities are truly family tasks that everyone benefits from. By working together on these, you model teamwork, cooperation, and the idea that we are all in this together. This can significantly reduce the feeling of isolation and burden. Consider tasks like tidying the living room, clearing the dinner table, or putting away groceries. Instead of saying, "Go clean the living room," try saying, "Okay, team, it's time for our 15-minute living room reset. I'll pick up the books. Who wants to help put away the blankets?" Or, "Dinner is done. Who wants to be the scraper? And who wants to be the stacker?" Making it a collective effort, even a short burst of family teamwork, can shift the energy. It teaches children that their contribution is part of a larger, supportive effort. This is a beautiful way to build connection. You are not just getting a chore done, you are building shared experiences, laughter, and a sense of collective purpose. These are the moments that strengthen brain architecture around collaboration and belonging. For younger children, this also provides valuable co-regulation as they learn how to approach tasks by observing and participating alongside you. Our third essential strategy involves creating *** transparent agreements. ***. This means making expectations clear, discussed, and ideally, visible. A significant source of chore-related arguments stems from fuzzy expectations. When is the chore supposed to be done? How thoroughly? What happens if it's not? Children, like adults, thrive on predictability. It provides a sense of security and reduces anxiety. This is where family meetings can become incredibly valuable. Set aside a consistent time, perhaps once a week or once a month, to talk about household responsibilities. Involve your children in the discussion. What chores do we need to do to keep our home running smoothly? How do you think we can make sure everyone feels like they're doing their part? What do we do if someone forgets their chore? Write these agreements down. This could be a simple list on the fridge, a whiteboard, or a dedicated family chore board. The act of writing it down makes it concrete and less about mom said or dad said, and more about this is what times we agreed upon. Review these agreements regularly. Life changes, and so do children's capabilities. A chore that was appropriate for a 5-year-old might need to be adjusted for an 8-year-old. This transparency builds trust and teaches problem-solving skills. It also reinforces their self-worth by showing that their input is valued and that their perspective matters. When they have a hand in creating the system, they own it. This moves us away from discipline based on fear or control and towards teaching responsibility through active participation and mutual respect. Think about how empowering it is for a child to say, "I agreed to do this, and I did it." This builds inner confidence and a sense of mastery that goes far beyond simply completing